gentlemen, Imperius and Razzorman, what a duo in the left hand and the upper side of Lost Temple versus Newbie. What a hard...
All right, I like how this is starting off. Normally, of course, Razzorman always plays Farseer. I think that is what he's pointing towards, right?
Yep. I think so too. They must have met on ladder. Cool that 1-0 is in with the banter here.
Yeah, normally he doesn't really do that, but this is not WGL. You don't get bad behavior points from Kicker here, so this is the time.
And of course, Razzorman is going Farseer. Lin on the other side going Blade Master. Imperius with an Archmage, and 1-2-0 will, of course, go for a DK.
I love how also Razzorman is taking the question actually seriously.
Yep. The referee's already annoyed by 4 lines of chat.
Oh my god!
That's a great start!
This is a great start, dude. Oh!
I've never seen 1-2-0 doing that, actually, but... Yeah, we mentioned this before, Team Newbie. One of the reasons Lin joined Newbie last year, he mentioned that in several interviews, is he wanted to play with 1-2-0 so badly, and now they're here with the 2-2. Do you think Loliot feels a little exiled? Like he's the third wheel on a bike?
Yeah, it kind of feels like it should be Lin plus Loliot, right? They are the Korean bros. Maybe. You think Loliot's that sensitive?
No, not at all. I mean, Lin and 1-2-0 can both speak Chinese, and Loliot a little, but he's still learning. So him having a Korean ally makes more sense, of course. We have the first donation of the day. Thank you, Money to Black, with the $7. I agree. Oh, 10 Australian dollars it is. 10 Aussie dollar reduce for a week of 2-2 action. Love that dollar reduce.
How you doing, mate? Yo, cunt.
Best kangaroo greetings to the end of the world.
I think I just saw something here. Wait. No, never mind. I was just having a stroke. So we have mostly the naturals being crept level 2 here across the board, aside from the Blade Master, who runs into the temple to try to stack up on claws. So far, only the ring, though. Always love the shop on the high ground.
Yeah.
Nice position there by Razzorman.
Fast tech by Razzorman, also by Imperius, so I definitely expect a Raider rifle build from them. 1-2-0 still not attacking with a Fiend build, that's quite normal. And interesting to see 1-2-0 with Fiends again, and not this mass ghoul play.
Farseer speed scroll run by into the main here against the Acolytes. We actually don't have a tech yet though, so these are easy to replace and not going to be that expensive. It does delay the tech though further, so this is going to be very late tech most likely by 1-2-0. Isn't even a wall off here in the back. Hard to do on LT. Not used to saying that anymore. Because the old maps, they all have huge ass entrances to the main base and to the backline gold mine, as you can see here. So
it's a pretty good map for Razzorman, right? You get level 2 right away, his harass style, then supported by chain lightning as well, not only right clicks and wolves. So I like what he's doing. Lin creeping the middle already with 2 grunts. And 1-2-0 is defending against both of them.
A player's forces are under attack.
That is ambitious.
Getting the medium armor creeps here thanks to the grunts is easy, but getting the overseer is not going to be that easy. But as long as 1-2-0 can hold on, that should be fine. Bit of a pause.
I think he lost 2 acolytes already, I guess.
Where's Dennis in chat, by the way? Dennis, we need some meta updates. What is the strength and the weaknesses here of the matchups?
I think the last 2-2 Cup was won by 1-2-0 and Shao KK actually, so the Undead Orc combo was not appreciated for a long time, but 1-2-0 makes it work.
Yep.
Human Orc, of course, we had Todd and Grubby back in the day, we had Dark and Yaws, but in the past 2 years, not too successful, I'd say. Like, not getting a championship there.
Yeah, normally a lot of it for the underdog, of course, revolves around the tier 3. That is going to be pretty delayed now, as it seems. The problems just keep on occurring. Something is a little bit off today.
It's because I'm not streaming. It's like the world doesn't know how to handle this change.
It is rippling through the space-time continuum over to China.
I think so.
Okay, seems like we're ready though.
Yep.
The Windows update has finished, and now we can resume. DK getting somewhat closer to level 3, and...
Oh, creep check in the middle. Here comes Imperius, but 1-0 is there. Maybe for the rescue. Blade Master is hurt. Got everything but the Null Overseer, so the items are still up for grabs. Real good that 1-0 is here now to support his ally. Otherwise, it would have been a disaster. But Disaster could be striking in 1-0's base, actually, with the Farseer. Still having some mana and hunting these Acolytes. This tech is so late already.
Even a Spirit Tower here coming up before the tech. But Razzorman is going to get the cancel on the Ziggurat. 1-0's early game has been really disrupted though. This is extremely annoying. The middle has been grabbed by the newbie players, finding Mana Stone and Wand of Mana Stealing. Both pretty good items, especially the Mana Stone. But man, more and more Acolytes dying. Only 3 Acolytes left and they are not mining. Newbie pretty damn stubborn not to come home for the defense. Instead, they're gonna go for the counterattack. But guess what? We're gonna have 3 attacked at the same time. Because Imperius is in the south. Razzorman is in 1-0's base. And the team Newbie is together going towards Razzorman. But Razor has to TP back. He's hurt already. And this is 2 armies now against Razzorman in his base.
So it's an Orc base trade. Lin is repairing nicely. This burrow takes out a lot of time. Takes a lot of time to take him out. With Fiends, of course, a lot faster here. Mass repair by Razzorman as well. TP in by Imperius now. So sometimes offense is the best defense, I guess. Forcing 2 TPs. Trying to get this Archmage. Oh, great Blade Master movement, but he's still getting out of there. And a coil almost finishing in Blade Master and Windwalk. Boom, no TP, of course. Archmage falls. What a nice cooperation by Newbie.
That was a beautiful alley-oop. The coil comes in, drops him down to less than 80. Blade Master backstab. Boom! There's the kill. And that's a level 3 hero kill. That hurts. Blade Master was hexed there as well, but another use of Wand of Mana Stealing. Neo, situationally, such a good item.
Don't make fun of me, man. It seriously is. And he's going for the next hero, I guess. Boom, there's the hex, there's the backstab, there's the coil, there's the kill.
Oh, almost. Chakram finishes it off in style. There's 1 item on the ground. Mana Stone given over for more Windwalks, actually. Trying to keep this blade alive, despite there still being a TP on him. And now, Newbie. It looks like it's cleanup time. When you're forced to fight without heroes, normally that doesn't go well for you. We have a Paladin actually coming in now, level 1 only, but the Holy Light can be helpful. And some units for Newbie are falling, especially Lin. Doesn't have much stuff left here, only 26 supply. Currently, only the single Grunt and Shadowhunter in the fight. Perhaps Imperius and Razzorman can hold on here, but the Farseer... Where is the Farseer? I don't know, healing up somewhere. Shadowhunter being revived now at the altar. Another Rifleman is gonna fall. Farseer over to the right-hand side, was next to the shop. Is perhaps gonna get 1 Grunt. And the Bestiary is gonna finish. But Newbie are still in the base, still causing trouble.
Lin's movement there with the blade was so freaking good. Getting 2 rifles at the same time. And now the hero focus continues on the Shadowhunter of Lin this time. But he's able to move out. Hexes again. This SH is dying once more. Ouch, this hurts. Lin saves this one. Speed Scroll trying to engage, but the level up is ready. And I guess the next hero to fall is the Farseer? Oh no, switching targets now. What a great execution. Holy shit. And this was such a good play by Newbie. I think it was the right approach by Razzorman and Imperius. What?
I just saw 1-0 was still tier 1. He just started taking a second ago.
It was the right approach by Imperius and Razzorman to go into the bases and to harass and stuff, to dodge fights. But then Newbie brought the fight to him, and there's no way to not fight if your base is under that much pressure. And in a direct fight, you finally see the skill gap between the 4 players. Yeah. And that's exactly what Newbie was supposed to do.
Absolutely agree. With the Raider now, perhaps, and Hex. Oh, there we go. That is the good old Razzorman style. Hex and Snare, pick off after pick off. And 1-0. He does have the TP, but may not even have to use it. AM is back, by the way. Going towards the middle. Low HP already. No TP anymore. There's a Paladin, but not really any mana. And Lin, as the Orc player here, fighting next to the health fountain. That is usually always great for that race, as we know. But Slow now also coming into play, making things a little bit more difficult for Lin. But the crit gets another kill there on a Rifleman.
And Imperius has to retreat as well. This is not going good for the European team.
Kind of funny that 1-0, even in 2v2, keeps on playing his fast expansion. He's like, whatever it takes, man, I'm gonna make fast expo work. I don't give a damn.
So greedy. King Midas style of playing Undead nowadays. And yeah, maybe it was the wrong idea by Imperius to not go for an expansion. It's a perfect position. Oh, but maybe creep check by Razzorman now. Wand of the Wind. Nice. It can be used well, but this is a TP for 1-0 most likely. Lin continues to stack up. It's close to level 3 on the SH. Imperius not going tier 3. It's just rifle casters. Actually, walkers for Razzorman. That is a one-of-a-kind situation here, I guess.
It's kind of cool how 1-0 is just sitting here, and he's waiting for the army to come in, to engage, and then he's gonna TP out. Because with this, he's buying as much time as possible, and that of course is good for him with having the expansion. Many undeads, including myself, would have just been like, uh-oh, time to run, time to TP, but he's like, nope, I'm just gonna take my time here. Gonna make them waste a little bit more of their time, which is also time that Lin can use now to attack into Imperius's base, where there is a big opening to the peons, by the way, to the peasants.
Lin is tier 3, going Torrent Totem.
Oh,
so
baby!
Torrent Totem. Walker Master training is already finishing, so afterwards could be Remo's favorite unit.
Dude, it is the dawn of the Torrent. Yehu first, one of the great orcs in Warcraft 3, and now Lin as well.
Yeah, Lin is kind of a copycat. I mean, Yehu is known to being such an
he's the
such a big influencer. Yeah, absolutely.
He's basically the Instagram of Warcraft 3.
Pretty much, yeah.
He was actually so the opposite of like an Instagram influencer model kind of girl. But he's a good dude. And he plays torrents. What more do you want? What more do you want? What more do you want?
Going back to the German language?
The German, yes. No, perhaps we rather shouldn't. DK Fiends here getting chased now by the human army. This is definitely going to result in some kills. There is slow on the Fiends by 1-0 refusing to TP out. Can perhaps save the second one. Shadowhunter over at the natural now. Lin creeping that camp as well. Could go for a tiny here perhaps. Doesn't really have the resources right now though. 1-0 loses the next Fiend. Really stubborn not to use that TP. Perhaps a mistake.
Yeah, slow is really good against this combo as long as there's no destroyers. Now comes the Lich though. Does he even have tier 3? He has no orb. Lol, this is an invul. In the meantime, Razzorman is fighting at the expansion. Gotta be careful with the Shadowhunter. TP's out as Lin is just too powerful, getting rid of a Raider, but the Expo still stands. And 1-0 survives as well as Imperius is retreating. So there is an expansion coming by Razzorman. There is an expansion coming by Imperius as well. But as you said, Tiny Great Hall. We are at 8 bases now in this 2-on-2. I think you Zerk 88 for the 5-month resub.
But Imperius and Razzorman are going to be far behind with when their expansions came up, so it should be a big economic advantage for newbie. Here are the first 2 torrents, boys! Oh yeah! First attack upgrade already, and you know what goes really nice hand in hand with torrents? Heal fountains. And a Catgus pipe for the 2v2 team. That is probably the best item they could have found.
They can resurrect the torrents forever.
Yeah, that's also true. We've seen that before. Torrent drops low HP. Don't waste heal salves on him. Just kill him. And Ancestral Spirit Resurrection.
I wonder if it's hard for the Orc player to resist your instinct and use a heal wave on the low units. This is not something you do to like purposefully let units die because it's better.
Yeah, true. We'll see if that comes into play. Once again, Razzorman here attacking into the base, taking out the graveyard and going for the ghouls after, but this is gonna come at a price. Running out with a speed scroll didn't hit all the units though, so that was 3 raiders lost, I believe, in this attack. But it did buy time for the expansion of the human, but the Blade Master movement was so on point that the town hall in the Great Hall in the north for Razzorman was cancelled. This Blade Master now doing a great job in this game. He's level 4, he's got some decent items now as well. And the Taurens are marching forward. Honor and pride.
3 Taurens with Warsong Battle drums upgraded against Riflemen. Yep, have fun fighting that.
And they do
I
have...
guess Newbie is having a lot of fun this game. Has to rebuild the graveyard for Fiends. Alright, that's fine.
And tier 3 is now done for 1-0. I'm kind of expecting a Crypt Lorde, but not yet. There we go, as I say it.
Limited options for sure, without a tavern here on this map, but in team games you love this. Imperius wants to go for the double crypt, but I wonder how that works. Level 4 for the Shadow Hunter, still Tauren fighting rifles. There's no blocker line at all for Imperius. This poor fella, Chain Lightning in the back, he's getting sandwiched, TP out by Lyn.
And one more Tauren is gonna die, so 1 Tauren, 1 Walker lost is certainly recoverable on 2 bases, but kind of expensive. Required both armies though in the meantime. 1-0 kept on creeping. DK already level 4, Lich getting closer to 3.
Razzorman only now with the Warmill, so no Kodos for them. They want to defend this, I guess. Where is 1-2-0? Oh, in the upper right-hand side. Has a TP if necessary. So, Lyn 1 against 2. Blade Master Hex. TP comes in. Only 3 Tauren remaining, and they're a little slow as well. Here we go. Big fight. Impale. Nah, not the greatest actually. Dispel on a lot of slow. Workers are not being attacked too much. Raider was eaten by that Kodo Beast. It's important. Big Nova into the backline. Archmage has no TP. This is dangerous, Imperius. But the heal wave is there at the moment. Impale doesn't hit it. And TP out now. There's nothing to be won here. Blade Master, no nuke on him. Level 3 for the Lich and masterful defense by Newbie. Imperius has to run away, but running away against Orc with Unholy Aura and Speed Scroll. Uphill battle for sure.
Yeah, it seems like Newbie just have too much beef. They have the Taurens, the Grunts, the Crypt Lord, the DK, the Blade Master. This tier 2 army just doesn't seem to have enough punch, as it seems, for Imperius and Razzorman to punch through this expansion. But now it seems like Newbie are willing to force a fight in the opponent's base, perhaps, as they're running across the middle. There's another nice Impale here to slow everything down. The Lich could follow up with a Nova if he wants to. Blade Master is going for heal scrolls or something. So, currently not in this fight, but it's only Imperius. Does he not have a TP? No, he doesn't. Oh, that's painful. Everything is dying. Finally, we have Razzorman coming back in from the north, but I don't even think they could play 2v1 right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree. 63 supply for 1-2-0, 71 for 1-2-0 for Lyn. And the Pulverize is hitting hard. Blade Master is catching up as well nicely. Like, there's no damage on this blade.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, of course, the base is getting wrecked now with the Tauren.
They have 0 potential for hero kill as well, right? Like nothing.
Yep.
They have a Hex and hopefully some right clicks, but that's not good enough.
No TC.
Speaking of right clicks on the stronghold, Jesus. The mass repair is not good enough as it seems. Alright, last ditch effort. We have the TP coming in from Imperius. Oh my god, he has 3 rifles and that's it. And the AM is just gonna die instantly perhaps. Holy Light is gonna be there. Oh, but now it's on cooldown. With a few more right clicks, he could fall right after. Hex coming in, but the speed scroll still keeps him safe. And another Holy Light. Okay, AM actually survives, but the rest of the army isn't faring too well. Level 5 now.
Actually, 2 units there for Razzorman. Imperius is completely gone from this game. Oh, actually can TP out or go for an invul to save him a little longer. Oh, no, he's not. GG! 1-0 for Newbie.
As we, of course, expected, these are the big favorites. Perhaps the biggest favorites of the first round. It does like a bit of an outmatch. But, you know, they gave it their best chance. But yeah, didn't quite work out. You probably have to try to finish this game sooner, right? Go for a tier 2 push and don't give newbie that much time. Otherwise, there's just too many chances for them to outplay you.
Yeah, that was really well adjusted to the playstyle of Imperius and Razzorman. Like, yeah, there was heavy pressure. Yeah, it was annoying for them, especially for 1-2-0 in the base with the early fast tier harass. But I mean, they knew what was coming. Apparently, since 1-2-0 knew about the fast tier for sure. And then just bring the fight to them in a straight up battle. 1-2-0 and Lin are just so much better.
Yeah, I think it would be perhaps the best interest of Razzorman and Imperius to go for a small map now. Small map, tier 2, push, and don't let him expand. Don't let him get tier 3. And maybe that can work. And the map we're going to, it is a little bit smaller, I guess. Twisted Meadows. It's not exactly small, though. And it's like the perfect map for split pushes. So finding the opportunity to force a 2v2 fight can also be difficult here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a little more space for this, for these split push attacks. And the middle is not too important. It's not that big. So the pushes come in a little faster. Grubby and Happy were the masters of this in like 2010 at 11 or so. So maybe they can pick up on this.
Yeah. And what I always find interesting in 2v2, on maps like this, where split push is so easy to force, it's really important that both players are strong. Because you have to be able to fight 1 versus 1. Otherwise, you're just going to have to keep on following with TPs because you have to answer one army with 2 armies. So it's really important that nobody falls behind. So already early, a bit of pressure here, actually, on both sides.
Yeah. It's best of 3, of course. So if Imperius and Razzorman lose this, they are eliminated. And okay, game starts. They will meet the winner of Cash and Hawk versus Linguagua and Shao Kai. Also not too easy, I suppose.
Oh, it's gonna be the same matchup, actually, the next one.
Ooh.
Same races, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, similarities. Oh.
Ooh.
Right, so here we go. Map 2. And check out how big this loading screen is. I swapped in early this time so people could see. We have a fully stacked lobby. 23 people in here. This is how exciting this is, my friends.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get another coffee, so you're 1 minute without me.
Nescafe or Reels coffee? Oh, he's already gone. So, Twisted Meadows map 2. In the bottom we have spawning team newbie 1-2-0 and Lin. And the top, it's Imperius and Razzorman. In the what's this color again? Periwinkle. That's right. Periwinkle blue. I have kind of a thing for colors, as you guys may have realized by now. Different opening build here by 1-2-0 this time around. Not going for the Fast Fiends, but rather for the Ted Fiend build order. This music's pretty loud. It keeps on changing volume. Did you guys notice? Alright. A bit of Warcraft music is nice, but not too loud, please. Oh, guess what? Lin is answering with his own Farseer. And without a barracks, so it's probably going to be a very fast tier 2 tech. Isn't that super risky in 2v2? What if you get early pressured? What if both players attack you right on level 1? Isn't this extremely vulnerable to that kind of play? 1-0 early on is also not going to be that strong. The first fiends are going to take a long time to come out. This looks like a really greedy opening by newbie. Perhaps Imperius and Razzorman can try to abuse that. Razzorman, of course, known for his aggression with Farseer, with grunts. And we do see a 2 borrow tech here.
Back. You miss me?
Like crazy, Neo.
I know.
Was about to break into tears. You don't believe me?
I don't know what you said already and whatnot.
Ah. So yeah, greedy build here by Team Newbie. Farseer tech without a bear axe in 2v2, that's pretty crazy. And 1-0 playing the Ted Fiend build. Also a weak early game build.
And again, Imperius with some problems here. These ping things stabilize a little.
I don't know. It seemed like in the previous game. How were these? Wait, is it 8 teams? 16 teams, right?
Yeah.
How were they determined, by the way?
You are asking questions.
Perhaps Mr. Isilandon was like, I like you, I like you, I like you. And then
It's organized by War3 Station, so I guess they are responsible for it. Maybe they just invited. I mean, Hawk and Cash seems pretty obvious. It's kind of surprising to not see Foggy with someone.
yeah, also Happy and Cash, they had been really successful in the past.
Yeah, maybe Happy would only play with a clanmate of his, but he's also not.
Oh, that might perhaps be in the contract. Maybe, but probably not.
But Soen is playing with Lawliot, so most likely not.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe he says
Too early.
too early, or
It's under siege.
I don't want to expose strategies. He didn't play too.
Doesn't want to expose 2v2 strats, really, Neil?
Yeah. There's Penguin Sky Cup. That's important. You know, gotta have that tomorrow and the day after the Clan War competition in China with Team Newbie, LF, LP, and winners.
It's gonna be fun, man.
I'm so fucking sad I'm not here on Thursday for Newbie versus LP. This is gonna be so good. Gotta work Remo. Usually, like, I have a 7-hour shift on Thursday, but whatever. Let's go. There's an Araz, of course, by Imperius and Razzorman together into the base of Lin, where there's not a single grunt, as you pointed out earlier, as it was a late barracks build.
Yeah, it seemed like an attack like this should be very successful because there were literally no units for Newbie. It's only the heroes defending.
But they hold.
They do
Like,
hold.
not even one burrow.
Nope. It's a lot of repair, though, to be fair. It's
That's
a ton
true.
of repair.
A player's
Oh, Wolf gets the block out. Nice play by Lin. But there's one more coil. Doesn't want to use it, of course. A little above the threshold for a kill.
Alright, so the main base is safe for now. For Lin, finally we have some grunts coming out. And 1-0 is gonna let the opposition now get away and begin creeping. Oh wow, this is some pretty advanced creep techniques here. The skeleton's dancing so they don't get purged.
Oh.
They do get purged somewhat in the end, but did it well for a while there. Gonna get level 2 now from this camp. 1-0 will, once he finishes it. How expensive is this at the end of the day in lumber? Seems like TC and tier 2 buildings still gonna be able to come up right away. Maybe 1-0 pushed him a little bit with lumber.
I think so
he
too.
did.
Like in 2 and 2, these pushes that only force repairs and don't do anything, you fall pretty lightly because your ally can always give you some lumber or some gold.
Yeah.
Since his tier 2 tech is a little later, it's okay to not have lumber at the moment. More important to get the raiders out and stuff.
And 1-0 definitely did do that, so he's a little bit low lumber now. Already adjusting though with the 4 ghouls, so lumber is going to be a plenty soon. Lich second for 1-0. TC second for Lin. We have seen the TC carry plenty of 2v2 games on Sunday. That was just a beauty. The resurrected torrents, I will never forget.
I will never forget that in my life. No, can someone please paint a picture so we can frame it and hang it in our living rooms? That would be nice.
Resurrected torrents, dude. The value. The value of the stomp could also be pretty sick if the TC goes for it. Booyah! There we go. And Imperius and Razzorman are still trying to get this burrow. They don't get it though. Dude, that's a lot of wasted time. They just ran across the entire map trying to kill a burrow. Burrow doesn't get killed, and now they're running away again. It's
Out. At least
starting-
they didn't TP.
But still, it's starting to look like a bit of a yikes over here, dude.
That is unfortunately correct. We have 1/3 of a tier 3 tech by 120. Again, Raider Walker TC this time by Razzorman. Some creeping. They're both still level 1. Lich is out, seeing this. Actually, almost every hero is level 1.
Right click steal.
Oh, sweet.
Once you get the Warlord as well. That should not be allowed, though. Oh, no, don't give it to him. That was... Oh, the Chain Lightning. Nicely done.
And the
Secures
Rune Braces
that.
as a reward is also pretty nice against this. But we have a big fight coming soon, I guess. Lyn is making his way with the herd TC. Gotta be a little careful with that, I guess. Do you have some kind of consumable? No. Okay, open battle in the middle of TM.
Level 3 DK is certainly pretty strong right now, and the Greater Mana Potion helps even more. 120 though still with a tiny army. It's the 2 heroes and a single fiend. That's it. Statues starting to come out, more fiends beginning to be added. So the army will grow, but 120 was certainly taking pretty greedy here. They both were, and were though at the end of the day not punished that much. Paladin is saving a lot of lives, as is his job. Save him! Save him! Save him! Oh!
He used the Holy Light before.
There we
There
go.
we go, it's off cooldown. This is gonna be, by the way, a lot of AoE on newbie side. Nova, Chain Lightning, and Stomp, and most likely Impale. No, Dark Ranger.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Surprising. Very surprising.
A player's forces are under attack.
Destroyers again. No tier 3 tech by Lyn this time. Doesn't find the time yet. Of course, no expansion by 120 this game. Compared to the last tempo one.
Gold mine here being crept up. Pendant of Energy, the perfect thing to find for the TC. And the peon already here to set up the Great Hall. And there we go. In the meantime, the undead forces here, accompanied by Farseer and Raider, looking for the Creepjack. Coil Nova, first rifleman taken out with ease. Level 2 now for the Farseer. Stomp coming in though from the TC was pretty good. And this newbie force isn't at full strength just yet. There's a lot of stuff missing, perhaps a bit of an overextension. Looking for more pickoffs, but the Paladin once again saving lives time and time again. Not yet with the aura though, that is a big missing factor. And stragglers being found, another end snare, another free rifle.
So funny how Lyn is pretty much not fighting with his army. TC isn't here, and they still are able to hold on to the combined forces of Imperius and Razzorman. The Chain Lightning, by the way, wasn't too good. Here comes the TC! Good stun, I guess. Spirit Link applied, first Destroyers up as well. Militia coming for Imperius. This Raider is almost safe to the north. It actually... No, it's not. And now we have split fights.
And these militia are quickly starting to turn into skeletons. The Dark Ranger looked kind of iffy, but if you can get so many skeletons, certainly nice. Ensnare, surround on the TC. There is one more Stomp, but he's still surrounded. He needs to transfer the TP. The Farseer, can he make it in time? I think Razzorman actually tried to block actively against it, now ensnaring against it as well. Nice play by Razor, gets the hero kill, gets a level 2 on the TC. With that, the aura. But 120, I believe he is winning the fight here on the left-hand side, even without the Orb of Corruption, willing to take this battle. The Destroyer, oh, does fall. The coil just a little bit too late, as we know 120.
God, look at the massive amount of skeletons. The Necromancer standing true to his name. This is like 10.
That's more. Oh, that was a lot of...
Oh, God.
Oh, what disenchant!
Yeah.
That was one disenchant. That was a lot of experience right there.
That was a lot of experience for sure. Yeah, Dark Ranger pretty good for a while.
Yeah, for a while, exactly. But she does fall off heavily once there is ample amounts of Dispel. So she does kind of have an expiration date, especially in 2v2.
Pretty impressed this game with Imperius and especially Razzorman. That hero kill was really well done.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have to remember this fight took place whilst all in the meantime the Great Hall was coming up, and the Great Hall is now up. My god, it takes so long. I thought it was gonna finish sooner. I can finally start mining. Still no orb on 120. Last game he was so stubborn with not going for TPs. Is he now refusing to buy orb?
He got backpack for that, I think. He just doesn't want to go back. So with the next unit, he's gonna get that orb. He has 700 gold.
A player's
Is he
forces are
though?
under
Oh yeah, seems like the ghoul is on the case. There we go. Still have slight PTSD from sending ghouls across the map with orb, losing the ghoul, giving the orb to the enemy. Yep. But when you have map control like this and you know where opponents are, that is rather unlikely to happen.
Yeah, especially in the 2-2, like this is kind of dangerous.
Oh, they could actually intercept it. Look
Yeah.
at the ghoul.
Gotta send it back.
Oh my god, this would be pretty hilarious. There's not the best orb carriers necessarily on this side, but anyways. Big fight breaking out again. Razzorman and Imperius bringing a lot of stuff. The two TCs in the front line looking to see who can stomp better. So far, both doing decent jobs. Destroyers in the air, surprisingly, still alive. All of them pretty well as well, despite all the rifle numbers. TC now for Razzorman, dropping extremely low, and with the Nova and a few right clicks, should be falling. Healing coming in again. That Holy Light dude, time and time again, saving so many lives. Kodo's gonna fall. It's gonna be a big damage drop. Nice kill right there for Nui, but also the TC might be dying for the next time. Trying to transfer an item, perhaps. No, TC's dead again.
The Paladin fell as well, and I think that's the bigger deal. There's not too much mana on the TC anyway, so no healing and no devotion aura for Razzorman and Imperius. Might be. Oh, the DK though. He's not allowed to die. Only one destroyer remaining. Pretty much the only army they have is Lin. Needs some healing, needs some healing. Gets out though.
I could have perhaps forced the TP there on the DK, but makes it to the back line once again. Trying really hard. Really hard. That's the TP now. The AM with the right clicks, forcing the DK to TP. You don't see that every day. And Imperius and Razzorman hold on. However, at heavy cost.
Yeah, combined supply of like 65 and almost 100 for a newbie with the expansion in the back. That was a good fight, I guess, for Imperius and Razor. Still with heavy losses,
A player's
but
forces are
also
under attack.
with some good kills. TC is going to be level 3 in a second, but newbie just pushing relentlessly. This time a split push most likely. This, like, how many skeletons? He must micro his black arrows so well.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a click.
Certainly not, but yeah. That's not how Undead should play anyways. Is that how you play Undead, Neo?
Yes, of course, man. It's everything I need because my game plans are just so genius. Speaking of genius, thank you, Mad Frog, for the host. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoyed the session today.
What Neo says is, Happy's got the micro, I got the strategies.
We should do a fusion dance.
That's a quote
Like in
from
Dragon
1-0, by the way, at last WGL.
Yeah, pretty much like one.
So you're on 1-0's level, basically, is what you're saying?
My game plans, yeah. My theory level in Warcraft is pretty high.
Alright, cool. TP home being forced here, but again, this has to be 2 armies to respond. This is the smart play now by Newbie. And one attack like this forces 2 TPs, otherwise it's easy to fight, as 1-0 will destroy this rifle army by himself, most likely. One Fiend may fall, but it's totally fine. The backline now getting ravaged. Destroyers focused, but good micro by 1-0 as we're used to, and Imperius is falling apart at the seams. Only saving factor here is Lich not having Nova, but now he does. Now he can use level 2 Dark Ritual. No, wait, he has Frost Armor, but anyways. Level 5 DK, hello! The Paladin, I think he's gonna find his way to the grave once again. Doesn't even need the coil. So much damage! What the hell? Boots of Gualtalas. I saw him somewhere. I think the AM had him. GG. And the 2-0 for 1-0 and Lin.